You graduated from Brown University in the Theater Arts Performance Studies. You've performed in Providence, Boston, Chicago, La Mala Off-Broadway, National Gallery of Art, New York City Lincoln Center, and most recently in New Jersey with their
symphony orchestra.
Amazing, amazing. Multi-talented, two-time Urban Music Award winner, Weston Award winner for Excellence in Musical Theater for your time at Brown. And as I did my research on you, I learned, it's especially interesting because this is a theater, and we do mostly plays and musicals here.
Love that.
And you are so deeply entrenched in that. And you also work in TV commercials, TV, and feature films.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the last piece of filming you did?
So, the one that I most recently did was, it hasn't come out yet, so I can't say too much, but Ella McKay is the name of it. And I got a little bit of a speaking role. Oh my gosh, the name of the director is escaping me, but he was one of the creators of The Simpsons. Yes, I can't remember, his name is escaping me. Oh my gosh, terrible. But yes, so that was.
I did spring that question.
That's okay. That's okay. But one of the one I did before that was more popular, and it's out on Hulu, called Space Oddity, and I had actually 2 scenes in that, and it was directed by Kira Sedgwick. So that was awesome. Right here in Rhode Island. Yeah.
And some great commercials. I was watching your reel online, and it was fun to see you in commercials.
Thank you.
Yeah, just so much diverse talent in your repertoire. Doing musicals. I mean, you can see the drama in your vocalization.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's there, right? What was the last musical you did?
That one I know off the top of my head because I just finished it. Little Shop of Horrors. I did. Yes, so much fun. Out in Boston, Greater Stage, Boston, which is actually in Stoneham, Massachusetts. So I was playing one of the urchins, one of the diva girls that come on stage.
So you have some gigs coming up, and I wanted to let everybody know because you have lots of different opportunities to see you live. Boston Race Amity Art and Music Festival. That's coming up.
That's right.
That's July 26th. Tell us about the act that you're a part of there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm playing with an all-female Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Haitian group called Zili Musique. Really wonderful. I mean, it's so awesome to have, powerhouse. There are jazz musicians. We do jazz. We do music rooted in the African diaspora. So it's going to be fun. We have usually about a 5 to 8 piece, depending on who's available. But it's a lot of fun. So that's a festival out at Faneuil Hall on the 26th. Yeah, I think we start at 3 o'clock. So we're only one act. There's a headliner, but we're from 3 to 4.
That sounds like a fun event. And then the very next day, you're performing with the gospel choir in Providence.
That's right, yes. That's right, yes. RPM choir. The venue escapes me too. But if you look on my website or online, because it's not our usual venue. Usually we have that at a church, but it's a different church this time. So RPM Voices. And so I'm singing a few solos and I'm singing with the choir. So very exciting.
And then in September, you've got the 5th and the 6th at Providence Fest, PVD Fest.
Yes, I'm so excited. So I'm playing with multiple bands for PVD Fest. I'm playing with 2 reggae bands, an African band, and then I'm also going to be playing with my own band, which is so exciting. So you'll probably see a few of these faces again if you come. And that's September 6th. We start around like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Now, you were born in St. Croix, but you moved here for college. So when you got here, what were your plans? What did you do for school?
Yeah, so coming from the Caribbean, so I came in to Brown University thinking I was going to study chemistry. Because I loved chemistry, and so coming from the Caribbean, it's very cultural there that most folks are like, music and arts, that's nice, that's cute, but if you want to make a living, you cannot do that. you must be a professor, a doctor, right? A teacher, things like that. And so I was like, okay, well, I like chemistry, so let's do that. And then I got to Brown, and I took my first theater class ever, and that changed my life. And so from that moment, that I still work with her. We actually just finished teaching a high school class together at Brown this summer. And she was the first person who said, yeah, if you want to make it a career, you absolutely can. It's hard, but you can do it. And I was like, okay. So I told my parents, I'm switching my major to theater arts and performance studies, and they were so thrilled. Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, it was very fortunate that you went to a school that's so proficient in such different, fields of study, so that you could make that switch and stay put.
Exactly, no, it's so true. I feel very blessed to have gone to Brown. They offer something called an open curriculum, so that means we could actually take different courses before we decided actually on a major. So that's how I took my theater class.
But you grew up with music. Your father was also a steel band player, and that was a big influence for you.
That's right, yeah. I mean, I started playing at the age of 2 because of him. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, one of these days I'll have to show you a picture. I'm literally this big, and I have sticks on my head next to a pan like this. So yeah, it's a huge influence, and that's the reason why I play. He passed it on to me, so yeah.
And the exposure to Nat King Cole that you brought up earlier, and other forms of jazz. What were some of the earliest forms of jazz that you remember that really stuck with you, apart from King?
Yeah, I mean, King was a huge, huge influence. And I started to hear, she wasn't quite jazz, but I heard a lot of like Vanessa Williams, that more of that side of things. And it wasn't though until I started to get a little older when I heard like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan. I really didn't know quite who exactly they were yet. I just knew like Nicole, Natalie Cole, and Nat King Cole. I knew them very well. But yeah, that's when I started to really develop and grow into my jazz.
So is there a culture of music in the household in St. Croix? I kind of liken it to maybe the Irish musical influence, where every pub there's people who are just coming in and walking off the street and can play. They can play in their living room, they play with their family. And we've kind of lost that a lot here in England, United States, but that still exists in St. Croix?
Yeah, it absolutely does. More so like the Caribbean stuff, right? But it's that same feeling where like, yeah, like, oh, I know this band, I'm gonna come play, I'm gonna come sing. And they're like, okay, cool, come on up, So it's very much that. And that's even part of how I grew up, right? That was the reason I was able to kind of learn so young, because not only did we play in schools, by the way, so when there's chorus and bands, we also had steel band in school, but we also had those opportunities where there were bands playing. I was playing with my dad a lot, so it's very much like family, friends, yeah, community. Come on up, let's jam, yeah.
Well, I love it. I love the mixture of steel pan with jazz. I think it's incredibly interesting, and really enjoyed the experience.